Hello and welcome, Bardia Fereidooni here with Coldwell banker, University Park specialist and resident realtor. Today we're doing a market update. It is April 22nd, 2022. The housing market is definitely shifting. I know some of you have noticed that out there. Here's what it looks like. In 2013 and 2018, when the interest rates went up, the market softened. In 2013, the interest rates went up from 3.5% to 4.5%. Demand started to wane and the inventory started to build up. Now that the interest rates have climbed, there's three kinds of properties that will stay on the market and not sell, creating the inventory to pile up. Number one, overpriced properties. Make sure you price your property correctly to make sure it sells. Number two, the condition of the house. If the house is in really bad condition, smells bad, just the overall vibe of the house is not good, the buyers are going to be more picky now and will not move forward with that house. And number three, location of the house. Luckily here in University Park, we are blessed to have the best location, so we're not worried about that at all. So where are we with interest rates today? Right now, we are at around 5.3%, same levels as August 2009. As a matter of fact, interest rates have spiked up so quickly, we haven't had any spike like this since 1994. And you can see on this graph how the interest rates just spiked up like crazy. One thing you should keep in mind is that there's three things that affect home affordability. Number one, price. Number two, rates. And number three, income. Before, when interest rates were low, people could pay the high prices. It was not an issue. But now that the rates have gone up from 3% to over 5%, rate is going to become an issue. Therefore, price will eventually start to be an issue. Where do we stand as far as demand? I demand you to give me all your money. Just kidding. Here's what the demand looks like. Usually demand is supposed to increase at this time. As you can see, demand has stalled 1%. Typically, we see demand peak end of April, May. But it looks like now we have peaked a lot sooner. As you can see in this picture, it is forecasted for demand to go down. Obviously go down if interest rates stay high. Now, there's still going to be a ton of transactions going on, especially in a place like Irvine University Park. There's always high demand. This is very general. But compared to last year, for example, and the years before, there's probably going to be slightly less activity. If you're a buyer and you're wondering why there's not much supply, there's good news for you because it looks like supply is increasing. It looks like there was an increase of 7% in supply in the past week, which is a really good sign for you buyers out there. Now, what's the forecast? Is supply going to keep increasing? Usually supply peaks between July and August, but as long as the interest rates stay above 4.5%, we're gonna be going much more further than that. Last year, the supply peaked around the summertime, but it looks like this year, we're gonna go beyond that and have a late peak. So looking around October to November. And this happened in 2018 as well. So if you're a seller, how fast is the market moving? Right now, it's still moving very fast. We are still in a seller's market. Even though the interest rates have gone up, we're still in a seller's market. As you know, it takes some time for everything to affect real estate, so we're still in a seller's market. Although we went from 25 days on market to 30 days on market in a month, you can see it's slowly starting to affect it, but yet again, we are still in a seller's market. How does California look as a whole? Let's talk about it. Look at this slide, and as you can see, 71.2% of all homes sold in California sold above asking, with a sales to list price ratio of 103.9%. So, for example, if a house came on the market for $1 million, multiply that by 3.9%, add it to the million, and you get $1,039,000 for the house, with a median time on market of 8 days. Now, if you live in University Park, keep in mind there's always going to be high demand for this neighborhood because we have great schools, tons of green belts, proximity to the freeway, and ton of shopping centers around. If you're ever considering selling your house, you can always reach out to me. I would be more than happy to sit down with you and discuss with you your plans and what your options are. You can find my contact information in the description below. If you like this market updates and want to receive them as soon as possible, reach out to me and ask me to put you on my list so I can just send you a text message every time this market update comes out. I hope you liked this video. Be sure to subscribe and write any comments you might have with any questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao.